On Aerial FX community, hope you're doing well on this amazing Memorial Day weekend. Smart Money Sundays coming at you. We're going to break down some outlook for the week ahead, what we're looking at, what we're preparing for. Had a solid week in the markets last week, caught a lot of the rallies on the yen pairs, big risk to reward trades, so super happy about last week, and hopefully we can carry the same momentum into this week. All right. But before I get into some of these charts, just want to briefly announce that Jimmy, Nate, and I have joined in with a couple new business partners, Apollo Tech Automated Trading Solutions. We are offering a PAM service. Okay? And if you're following us in the Telegram communities, you've seen a simple breakdown of what it has to offer, but we will be releasing an in-depth YouTube video here in the near future. So look out for that. Make sure you stay subscribed to the channel. We're super excited about it. All right. So if you've already seen some of the information or you just like some information now, feel free to message us on Telegram at Aerial FX Trading. We'd be happy to get you on board now. All right. So starting off here on EURUSD, obviously last week on Sunday, we were looking at kind of this level as well as this level for continuations to the upside on EURUSD up into our higher time frame POI at 1.2300. All right. So for the majority of the week, we kind of just ranged here. As you can see, we ran the highs, we ran the lows. Okay. So nothing really too eventful happened here on EU. And I still remain with the bias to the upside to our objective. Okay. And so now it's a matter of, okay, where are we going? Where can we get that optimal entry to take it into that target? Okay. And kind of my POIs remain intact. Okay. If we pull a fib here, we can see that on Friday we had the 61.8 engulfing. Okay. And so pretty much probably every retail trader was buying from the 61.8. You can see they probably caught a few pips actually. All right, very nice. But I think what price will ultimately do is run out this low again, take out the 61.8 guys, and come further into discount. Okay, so I'm keeping 1.211, 1.2100 as my first POI down here, as well as a secondary level, which I would prefer actually. So we can catch more pips, a higher risk to reward here at 2025. Okay, so I'd still like to see one more push down, whether that be here or here, wait for that lower time frame for the confirmation to ride this thing up into 2300, 2320. Okay, very simple, very simple. Again, just, you have to be patient when we have the intraday fluctuations and remain confident in the POIs that you've selected. Now, we very well could just continue to go, and the 61.8 retail guys lucked out. They won out on the trade. That's completely fine, but I'm remaining confident in my levels. Okay, so that's EURUSD, and what gives me some conviction for that is obviously we talked about AUDUSD last week and how I was looking at this as a retail head and shoulders that would ultimately fake out the neckline. You can go back to last week's episode. Would ultimately fake out the neckline where the retail traders would get enticed to sell upon the retest of the neckline, when in reality what we smart money traders would be looking for would be a run on the neckline liquidity and a rally to the upside into our higher time frame POIs. Okay, so 7900, 7950 still on the cards, and I don't think that AU is ready yet, and this is why I'm hesitant to think that EU is ready to go to the upside yet, because I'm looking at AU and the fact that AU has not run out this singular wick low here, and that we could very easily continue down and fulfill the -27 extension of this bearish move. Okay, so I think we could have one more push down on AU, hence why I'm thinking one more push down on EU, and AU can trade into this area 7660, 7650, 7640, that kind of 20-30 pip range, or we can see that very strong rally to the upside, destroying the retail head and shoulders traders. Okay, so that still looks very nice, very clean. EURJPY, I believe we spoke last Sunday about this as well, how we were looking for continued upside, looking for excuses to buy up into our higher time frame POI, obviously that being 135.80 into 136. Okay, so we're approaching the kind of open of this weekly candle where I expect some sort of potential reaction here for a retracement, but ultimately I am expecting this 136.1 into 135.80 to be met. Okay, we actually caught a beautiful long opportunity on EURJPY. We caught this entire extension up last week. As you can see, we've already retested the high within the structure here on Friday, so we could easily just continue up from here. But if we do get into discount, I would like to buy again, continue to buy it, looking for excuses to buy up into that region of price that we just pointed out. Okay, another one from last week, GBPCHF, that I gave out on Smart Money Sundays for free, was obviously this level of inefficiency on the daily time frame, 1.2650. As you can see, if you had just simply taken that analysis, implement it yourself, you would have caught a beautiful trade to the upside on GBPCHF, 100 plus pips. Okay, but if you did miss out on that, I'm simply looking for a run on liquidity, trading into this 1 hour candle. Look for that lower time frame accumulation and the continuation up. Okay, now if we zoom back out to the 4 hour time frame, okay, I'm looking at this two different ways. Okay, we're preparing ourselves for different outcomes, different scenarios, so that we can react and adapt. Okay, I'm looking at this as a potential, obviously, reaccumulation or accumulation here, as we have been significantly bullish. Okay, and so I'm looking at this as being kind of the spring and the test for a continuation up, at least to fill up this imbalance up here. Okay, but at the same time, I'm not ruling out the fact that this could be some type of weird retail inverse head and shoulders, kind of the opposite of AU, where we have that massive run and the subsequent sell-off. Okay, now I'm considering this only because we have come into higher time frame levels of supply. As you can see up here, I think we can dig higher personally. I think we can take this high out and dig higher into here. But because we have reached significant premium, I'm not ruling out the secondary option of this being an inverse head and shoulders kind of deal, where we fake out the retail traders, run the neckline liquidity, and have a massive buy to sell. Okay, so that's still a possibility. I favor the former, not the latter, but we're still prepared for that. Okay, so that is GBPCHF. Again, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this brush here. 1 second, bear with me. So I'm still looking at this for the short term as an opportunity for a pullback and a continuation long. Again, I would at least target this old high as my first target, and then look for secondary target into 1.2900, 1.2950 to fill up this inefficiency here. Okay, so very simple, very straightforward. Beautiful trade given out to you guys for free last week. Moving on, I am looking at EURNZD. Okay, now this one is quite interesting. Weeks and weeks ago, obviously, I gave you guys the POI here for a long opportunity in price. I believe that's when price was trading around here. We never reached that. Okay, we ran liquidity to the upside, okay, before we accounted for the orders here at 1.6570, 1.6550. Okay, so I'm thinking now that we have left, we go down to the 1 hour time frame, some pretty clean equal highs here as well, that we could get one more push down running the lows. You can see this kind of a range and range expansion, but run the lows, trade into our POI that we've had for quite some time now, and then get the massive move to the upside. Okay, and that would actually, if we go to NZD USD, would make some sense. NZD USD, what I'm looking at on this one, kind of similar to AUDUSD, but not exactly. I am looking for trade down into our imbalance or inefficiency here, running out this liquidity, and the continuation to the upside, where we will then be looking for distribution. There's a 1 hour candle. Again, if you just go back to prior episodes, there's a 1 hour candle here I'm looking at as a POI for sells down into equal lows. Okay, so very clean POI on NZD USD. Adjust this just a little bit. 7188. I'll be looking for accumulation to take this thing up, take out this retail double top, trade into our 1 hour POI at 7340. Okay, I believe that was the only other major I was looking at, or I'm anticipating some type of setup on, at least earlier on in the week. Okay, CADJPY. Now if we zoom out, higher time frame, we have relative equal highs, and I don't think this bullish rally is going to stop until we at least take out the liquidity resting above these equal highs. Okay, so again, with our higher time frame conviction, our higher time frame POI, we should be looking for excuses to continue to buy it into that level. Okay, 91.65, probably could dig up into 92.00 on CAD JPY. Okay, so for now, obviously you see we had some type of flag. We ran the flag. It looked like some type of false flag where we could now run the lows. I have a POI here. Okay, it's obviously just a random down close candle, and I won't be taking a trade off of this, but I will be monitoring price to see how we react at 90.7. See if we then get the BOS and the continuation up into those equal highs on the weekly time frame. Okay, so that is pretty simple as well. CAD JPY. All right. Another one I'm looking at, I believe this is the last one, is EURJPY. Now, if we go out to the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we did have a break of structure. As you can see, lower high, lower low, higher high. And so we've been somewhat flagging and choppy and consolidating for quite some time now. Okay, but I believe, based upon data from last week, that we could be seeing that next extension to the upside on EG. We traded into the 50%. Okay, as you can see here, 85758 traded into that perfectly, running out a lot of liquidity. Okay, and this was on Friday. As you can see, the sell to buy. Okay, so what I will be looking at first and foremost is this level here. Could honestly even just gap to this level and moon for the entire week. But personally, I will be looking for the confirmation of bullish structure. I want to see price respect this level, create a new higher high, and then I will be taking it upon the pullback for another higher low and the continuation up. And there is a lot of liquidity to be taken, obviously equal highs here. But even within this massive kind of downtrend, lots of equal highs, lots of liquidity to run. So this could be a massive move to the upside, okay, for the next couple of weeks. Now, that's if we do obviously confirm this level. If not, we could trade deeper down into this structure. Okay, and what you can also do is pull a fib, and you can see 78.6, we could reach for that -27 extension is quite a possibility. And then we'd look for the continuation up. Okay, I favor the former, not the latter. But again, we cannot rule that out as well. Okay, but based upon the fact that we engineered all this liquidity, traded into our POI here, had a nice reaction, I will be really kind of honing in on buying opportunities for Euro GBP. All right. So I believe that concludes this Sunday's episode. I hope you found some value with this. Hope you mark off some of these levels on your charts. Again, if you have any questions, any markups, anything you'd like to discuss, feel free to message us on Telegram at ArielFX Trading, and we'd be happy to help you out or get you involved in the community. I believe we will be running a Memorial Day promo, 1 day promo with a very, very nice discount for those of you looking to join, maybe not able to afford regular prices. We want to help you out and get you involved as well. So look out for that. All right. Have a wonderful week. Stay blessed.